been a report of somebody matching your description.
Yeah?
Carrying an axe. So I would like to check.
An axe?
An axe. So turn around.
You're not checking me.
Turn around.
An axe?
An axe. Turn around.
I'm not carrying no axe.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
What grounds are you going to...
Just explain to you.
Are you detaining me?
Listen, yes, you're going to be detained for the purposes of search. So turn around.
For walking through a park?
You match the description of male with an axe.
Mate, constable.
Yep.
I've been in here 5 minutes. Walking through the park.
Yep. Just turn around.
Seriously? So on what are you using a certain law to do this to me?
Yes.
What? Which one?
Section 1 of PACE.
Section 1 of PACE.
Yeah.
Right, I can't do nothing about it.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
I can't do nothing about it. So, mate, I'm not happy with this. I'm walking through a park.
There you go.
So you've handcuffed me as well?
Yep.
Seriously, mate?
For our safety and for your safety.
Mate, I can prove by my mobile phone data. I've just pulled up 2 minutes ago. I've been in Adlington filming.
Yeah.
My drone in my bag's going to prove this to you. You've handcuffed me.
The officer clearly saw Reggie had no axe in his hands and no sign of immediate danger, yet still chose to cuff him under Section 1 of PACE. That section allows a search when there's reasonable suspicion of carrying a weapon, but it doesn't authorize treating someone as if they already have one. Cuffing someone who's calm, compliant, and visibly unarmed isn't officer safety. It's control for control's sake. By slapping cuffs on Reggie in full view of the public, the officer didn't just breach guidance. He humiliated an innocent man and turned what should have been a brief conversation into a full-on rights violation. The optics alone were damning a compliant citizen detained like a criminal for filming in a park.
A male matching your description has been spotted by members of the public to have an axe in their possession. Now, if we see someone matching that description,
Mate,
we are therefore going to...
this is serious abuse of power, mate.
It's not.
I've been here 2 minutes. The camera should pick this up.
Right. Okay, what's your name, sir?
I'm not giving my name.
Okay, you don't have to, but we're going to detain you for the purpose of the search because, as I've already described, you match the description.
This is an illegal search, this, my friend.
It's not an illegal search at all. Just listen. You match the description of somebody seen at the back of the school heading into the park with an axe.
Right.
Okay, you're in the area. You match the description, so you're detained for the purpose of the search under Section 1 of PACE.
And I'm handcuffed, which is
You're
an
not
assault.
under-
I don't.
It's not an assault.
Did I refuse?
Listen.
Why did you put the handcuffs on me?
For my safety and yours.
I told you that I would no issue to you.
Listen, would you go up to somebody else who somebody had said that man's got an axe? Would you go up to them just willingly?
Yeah, but my friend, I can prove that I come through them gates over there.
If you've got, look, if you've got nothing on you...
So you just handcuffed me.
Right, listen.
Oh man, I can't believe it.
This
Just
is gonna
crack on
take
with
a
the
lot
search.
longer if you don't let me
Mate,
go through all of this.
yeah, because at the end of the day,
So you're detained for the purpose of the search.
Of a search.
322 Ainsley from Leyland Police Station.
Leyland Police Station.
Okay.
The officers go to line for my safety, and yours completely collapses under scrutiny. Reggie's standing still, calm, with nothing in his hands, and yet somehow he's treated like an active threat. If the officer truly thought he was facing someone with an axe, coughing him at arm's length makes zero sense. What really happened here is simple. The officer realized his suspicion didn't hold up, but couldn't back down. So instead of owning the mistake, he leaned on authority to justify it. It's the kind of knee-jerk policing that turns a misunderstanding into an unnecessary show of force. And in this case, it exposed exactly who was out of control.
I'm not happy with these ankles are digging into my skin.
Just grab
Can you just
my line, put some gloves on and carry out search. If you got anything on you that you shouldn't have...
Nothing whatsoever, Constable. I can't believe you've walked up to me in the park.
Well, a male with an axe, we're going to, aren't we? We're going to come round.
If there was anybody...
And you've handcuffed me, and I've told you I've done nothing wrong.
Listen, mate, if there was anybody else matching the same description, we'd be searching them as well. We're not just singling you out because we want to, it's because you're matching the description. So someone else that looked like...
I'm going to do a freedom of information request, so you're saying blue tracksuit pants and a black jacket?
Black hoodie, white male, black hoodie.
With a black balaclava.
Your height.
It's not balaclava.
Or black face
covering. It's a face covering.
What's in here?
This is my drone.
Your drone?
I've just come to church to start flying some drone, right? I can't believe an axe.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
What's your name?
Whose name?
Your name.
I'm not telling you my name.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why should I tell you my name? I've not committed any offences.
I told you mine.
I don't need to tell you my name.
Okay.
I really feel violated. I've tried to explain it. You've handcuffed me though. And I put my hands up. I turned around for him. Like you said, I wasn't happy to do so, but at the same time being handcuffed though, that's the worst thing. What is it that you don't understand, mate? You've uncuffed a person who's not done any crimes, and that's what I can't understand. You've uncuffed me, and I've not showed any restraint. I've not showed any violence behavior. You weren't willing to cooperate with me to start with. I weren't willing to cooperate because I've not committed any crimes. It's a bit chilly today. It is. That's why I've got me up. What's that? There's a camera. Oh, it's a game. Yeah, I've come to Charlie to do some filming and photography.
I really feel violated
We
here.
have tried to explain it.
You've handcuffed me though, and I put my hands up, I'd turn around for him like he said. I wasn't happy to do so, but at the same time, being handcuffed though, that's the worst thing.
What is it that you don't understand?
Mate, you've handcuffed a person who's not done any crimes, and that's what I can't understand. You've handcuffed me, and I've not showed any restraint, I've not showed any violence behaviour.
Well, you weren't willing to cooperate with me to start with.
I weren't willing to cooperate because I've not committed any crimes.
It's a bit chilly today.
It is, and that's why I've got my hood up.
What's that?
It's a camera.
Oh, it's a gimbal camera.
Yeah. I've come to Charlie to do some filming and photography.
What have you been filming and photographing?
I've just been to Adlington, filming in Adlington.
Yeah, what?
Chimneys.
Chimneys? Why chimneys? It's an odd thing
Well,
to
mate, don't get offensive.
I'm getting
Aren't you
offensive.
saying I'm odd now?
Saying you're
Can you
odd,
pull
I'm
that?
saying
Can you
it's
pull
a-
that down off my face, please? Because
What
I
down?
can't do that.
When Reggie explains he's been filming chimneys, the officer calls it odd. That single word says everything about his mindset. He isn't basing suspicion on evidence. He's basing it on personal judgment. Just because something doesn't fit his idea of normal, he treats it as suspicious. That's not policing. That's profiling. Reggie doesn't owe anyone an explanation for what he films. People capture all kinds of things. Architecture, scenery, street life, and none of it justifies police interference. The real odd thing here isn't Reggie's camera. It's an officer who can't tell the difference between lawful filming and criminal intent.
I'm not giving detail. I'm not committing any crimes. He's using section 1 of paste. Someone matches my description for an axe. And you allowing this, Sergeant?
He's also a sergeant, so yeah.
Is he?
No, I'm an inspector.
Inspector's here, so.
And that's the right decision.
And you're happy with this?
Like I said, you can get a copy of the search record at any time in the next 3 months.
However, we do need details to record.
You don't need
the search
details
report.
whatsoever. Just do it under a number.
For me, please.
This is a violation.
Forward again.
Violation of my rights.
Not a violation.
It is, mate. You've handcuffed an innocent person walking through the park. I was just about to do some drone flighting, and you've detained and cuffed me. For what reason?
I've got license.
I've already explained.
Have I got a license?
Yeah.
None of your business.
Okay.
What's the drone got to do with this search?
The sergeant's arrival somehow manages to make a bad situation even worse. Instead of addressing the fact that her officers have just unlawfully detained and searched Reggie with no reasonable grounds, she immediately pivots to something completely irrelevant, his drone. Her first real words aren't about rights or procedure. But, do you have a license? It's a deflection, pure and simple. Rather than acknowledge the failure unfolding in front of her, she goes fishing for another reason to justify why they've treated Reggie like a suspect. Reggie shuts her down perfectly with, "What's this got to do with the search?" And that one line dismantles her entire approach. It exposes what this really is. Damage control.
You really are irritating me now.
I'm always.
Well, what's the license got to do with this? Bloody hell. Guys, I can assure you I do not carry axes.
Right, it's a negative search.
I knew it were going to be. That's why I wasn't reluctant to be going handcuffs for no
You
reason.
can understand why I've asked you to stop.
No understanding whatsoever.
So
It's
you
a negative
practice filming as
search.
well?
Yes,
So they'll have captured all of the Go Wisely, which I'm sure you will post online later.
it is going online, and this is
Yeah.
going to be a big fail for this.
that?
Because I've done nothing wrong. I can prove off my mobile phone data that I've just travelled directly from Adlington. I was behind one of the police vans, the square police vans, and even now you know the search is negative. You're still not in no rush to get these handcuffs off me.
Well, take them
When
off.
are they coming off, please, sir? I am very calm. I'm told you I'm not an aggressive person.
Will you give
I'm
me
not.
some details?
No details whatsoever. This is going straight to my solicitors, this.
The moment Reggie asked, "When are these cuffs coming off?" should have been the officer's cue to end this nonsense immediately. The search had already come back negative. Game over. End of detention. But instead, the officer tries to flip the script with, "They're coming off when you're calm." That's pure arrogance. Reggie wasn't aggressive or threatening. He was frustrated. Once there were no grounds left to suspect him of anything, those cuffs became unlawful. Keeping them on wasn't about safety. It was about ego, a way for the officer to cling to control after being proven wrong. It's a small moment that perfectly captures how bad policing escalates, a refusal to admit fault, and a desperate need to stay in charge even when the law says otherwise.
I've already given you my collar number.
I've got all the proofs with the minutes running up to this search that I have where I've come from. Literally, my vehicle's over there. I can prove everything on my mobile data. Mate, I was in this park 2 minutes before you challenged me. 2 minutes in this park, 5 minutes tops. Don't you worry, I'm not a violent person. You don't need to stand off like that. So look at that.
Yeah.
Handcuffs digged in me for what reason? Look at that.
Match the description of a male with an
Look at that. That's what you get. Innocent person. We've got an inspector, 2 sergeants, and a PC. All witness this.
Okay, so it's been a pleasure.
And I didn't even give any threats whatsoever. There was no need for that.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm doing what I come here to do. Fly me drone.
Okay, goodbye.
No goodbye whatsoever. I'm staying here.
Okay.
You goodbye.
Leave it to it.
Like you should do in the first place. So there you go. Lancashire Police finest. Cuff an innocent man in a park. Look at him.
As the officer walks away with a smug goodbye, trying to sweep the whole thing under the carpet, Reggie stays put, calm, defiant, and determined to finish what he came to do. And thankfully, he didn't just let it end there. Reggie later confirmed he filed a lawsuit over the unlawful detention, though he hasn't shared any updates since. Given how clear-cut this footage is, an unjustified section of one search, excessive use of cuffs, and complete disregard for procedure, it's almost certain the force quietly settled. That's usually how these cases end, not with an apology, but with taxpayer money handed over to clean up the mess of bad policing. This whole episode felt like watching a bad cop drama play out in real life, except the only person with any sense was Reggie. The officers arrived already convinced they had their man with an axe. And from that point on, logic went out the window. No axe, no aggression, no threat, just a guy with a camera being treated like a criminal. It's the perfect snapshot of how panic and poor judgment can turn a routine check into a public embarrassment. The maddest part, this could have been resolved in seconds. All the officer had to do was approach calmly, explain the situation, and actually look at what was in front of him, not what he'd imagined. A quick chat, a look at Reggie's equipment, maybe even an apology, and it's over. Instead, he went for the cuffs, doubling down on a mistake he clearly didn't understand. That's not officer safety, that's ego protection. And now, because of that arrogance, the force will likely end up paying for it. Literally, Reggie's footage is solid proof of how badly this was handled. And if the lawsuit went anywhere, the settlement probably came quick and quiet. The saddest part, it didn't need to happen. If the officer had handled Reggie with half the professionalism Reggie showed him, we wouldn't even be talking about this. But instead, it's another example of how power used badly ends up costing everyone. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Thanks for watching.